On September 13, 2025, the morning sun revealed a colossal gray silhouette in Manila Bay. The USS George Washington, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. It was more than a ship. It was a floating city, a marvel of engineering and naval power. From the shore, from fishing boats, and from Manila's high-rises, all eyes were drawn to its arrival. The carrier moved with deliberate grace, flanked by escort ships, making a silent but unmistakable statement. Its flight deck, lined with silent aircraft, was a reminder of its power, but today, its presence felt different, like a message of partnership. Manila Bay, steeped in centuries of history, now welcomed a new chapter. The arrival of the George Washington was a symbol of changing tides and enduring friendships. For ordinary Filipinos, the sight was awe-inspiring. Fishermen paused, families gathered along the baywalk, and conversations buzzed across the city. The ship became a landmark, a symbol of connection to the wider world. It represented not just military might but a powerful friend visiting, bringing reassurance in uncertain times. The carrier's presence was a physical manifestation of a bond forged in shared sacrifice. It was history and the future, all in one place. The moment was more than spectacle. It was a reminder of the world's shifting alliances. For Manila, the steel giant was a promise of security, partnership, and hope. In the calm waters of the bay, the USS George Washington stood as a testament to enduring cooperation. The USS George Washington is more than 100,000 tons of steel. It's a floating symbol of the US-Philippines alliance. Its presence in Manila Bay is a clear signal. We are here. We stand with you. In a region facing complex challenges, this visit is powerful reassurance. The Mutual Defense Treaty, the cornerstone of the alliance, comes alive when a carrier visits. Showing support is more than words. This alliance deters threats and proves the partnership is real and active. The arrival was a coordinated effort with Philippine Navy vessels sailing alongside the American strike group. This joint navigation demonstrated trust and seamless cooperation, built through years of training and shared doctrine. The image of these ships moving as one sent a message of solidarity across the Indo-Pacific. The visit is about people too, American sailors and Filipino citizens, building connections that strengthen the alliance. Cultural exchanges and personal relationships turned strategy into genuine friendship. The George Washington is a symbol of power but also of partnership and shared purpose. Its visit reinforces the human connections at the heart of the alliance. This is a living, breathing partnership, not just a treaty on paper. The alliance is strong, ready, and rooted in mutual respect. In Manila Bay, the carrier's presence was a promise kept. Two flags flying together, the Stars and Stripes and the Philippine Sun and Stars, spoke volumes in Manila Bay. This was no accident. It was a deliberate symbol of unity and partnership. The coordinated arrival of the carrier strike group and Philippine ships was a ballet of naval power and trust. The sight reassured allies and deterred those who might threaten peace. These flags honored a history of shared sacrifice from World War II to today's challenges. For many Filipinos, the American carrier's presence brought comfort and a sense of security. The alliance forged in difficult times is now a beacon of stability. Flying flags together is more than ceremony, it's a promise of mutual support. This simple act is a powerful symbol of peace and enduring friendship. In Manila Bay, unity was not just seen, it was felt. The USS George Washington's legacy in the Philippines goes beyond military might. In 2013, after Super Typhoon Haiyan devastated the country, the carrier became a lifeline. Diverted from Hong Kong, it rushed to the Philippines, launching a massive humanitarian mission. Its helicopters delivered food, water, and medical aid to isolated communities, airlifting survivors to safety. Operation Damayan, meaning to help one another, showcased the alliance at its best. American sailors worked tirelessly, not as soldiers but as humanitarians. The impact was immediate and profound. The sound of a U.S. Navy helicopter became the sound of hope. This history transformed the carrier from a warship into a ship of mercy. The memory of compassion deepened the emotional bond between the two nations. When the George Washington returned in 2025, it was remembered for its helping hand. The strongest alliances are tested not just in conflict but in compassion. The ship's legacy is one of gratitude and friendship. In Manila, it was welcomed as both protector and friend. When the USS George Washington docks, its mission extends beyond the military. American sailors become ambassadors, connecting with local communities through outreach programs. They volunteer in schools, orphanages, and community centers, painting, repairing, and playing with children. These genuine interactions break down barriers and build understanding. A simple conversation or a shared game can leave a lasting impression, more powerful than any treaty. These projects show a commitment to being good partners and neighbors. Cultural exchange is a two-way street. Sailors experience Filipino hospitality, taste local food, and learn about Manila's vibrant culture. These moments give sailors a deeper appreciation for the country and people they support. Such exchanges enrich both sides, strengthening the partnership at a personal level. Outreach activities are modern diplomacy in action, soft power that builds trust and goodwill. Friendships formed during these visits create a reservoir of positive sentiment for the future. When people connect, they discover shared values and hopes for peace. The sailors' acts of service build a resilient friendship, one person at a time. These bridges go beyond barracks. They reach into hearts and communities. The alliance is strengthened not just by strategy, but by human connection. In Manila, the George Washington's crew left a legacy of friendship. The USS George Washington's visit is part of a larger framework, anchored by treaties and joint training. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty is the alliance's foundation, pledging mutual support in times of attack. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, allows U.S. forces to rotate through Philippine bases, improving rapid response to crises. These agreements aren't about permanent bases. They're about interoperability and readiness. Joint exercises like Balikatan bring thousands of troops together for training in everything from disaster relief to live fire drills. These drills build trust, muscle memory, and modernize the armed forces of the Philippines. For the U.S., it's valuable experience in the region's unique environment. The carrier's visit often supports these exercises, adding a powerful naval dimension. Together, these efforts deter aggression and demonstrate a unified defense. The USS George Washington's mission in the Philippines often highlights a different strength-compassion. The alliance is defined by its capacity for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. The Philippines, prone to typhoons and earthquakes, relies on rapid, effective response. Joint U.S.-Philippine exercises now focus heavily on disaster scenarios, search and rescue, mobile medical facilities, and aid delivery. The carrier's helicopters and resources make it an ideal platform for these missions. Humanitarian activities build deep bonds of friendship, transcending politics. When aid is delivered, it's a personal connection, not just strategy. This focus on humanitarianism shows the alliance is a force for good, not just deterrence. The heart of the partnership is found in these acts of compassion. The arrival of the USS George Washington brings economic and cultural benefits to Manila. With over 5,000 crew members, the carrier's visit injects millions into the local economy. Restaurants, shops, hotels, and transport all see a boost. Local businesses supply the ship, creating jobs and opportunities. The port call is a logistical feat, involving hundreds of Filipino workers. Beyond economics, the visit fosters cultural exchange. Sailors experience Manila's rich history and hospitality, while locals meet Americans from diverse backgrounds. These interactions break down stereotypes and build mutual respect. The alliance becomes more than a government agreement, it's a relationship between people. Positive encounters lay the foundation for lasting goodwill. Security cooperation brings prosperity and understanding. The waves of economic and cultural exchange ripple far beyond the bay. The USS George Washington's 2025 visit came amid rising regional tensions. Its presence was not a provocation but a steady signal of commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The carrier stood as a beacon for freedom of navigation and peaceful dispute resolution. The alliance is built on shared values, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. The visit embodied these principles, showing both nations' resolve to protect them. This partnership seeks to build, not to bully. The real impact is found in human stories: sailors volunteering, children playing, soldiers training side by side. These connections give the alliance its true strength. As the carrier sailed away, it left hope and a renewed commitment to a shared future. In a turbulent world, partnership and friendship matter. The steel giant was a symbol of power, but its enduring message was one of unity. Together, the U.S. and the Philippines look to a peaceful, prosperous future, shoulder to shoulder on the open sea.